may I request Mr. Syed Ali Rizvi, yet another person who has played a key role in the success of this project, who is also a respected alumnus of AMU and founder president, Aligarh Business and Management Association of North America, to kindly say a few words about our esteemed guest, Dr. Frank F. Islam.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I have been given the task of introducing our very dear, respected friend, Dr. Frank Islam. Janab Vice Chancellor General Zabidun Shah Sahab, Dr. Frank Islam, our dear Pro Vice Chancellor Sahab, Nadeem Bhai, Farooq Sahab, Abad Ahmed Sahab, Amir Bhai, the Dean, our OSD, of the state, the Islam family sitting here, all our friends, well-wishers, colleagues, those who are here, those who are not here, those who helped the department in letter and spirit with money or with their thoughts and good wishes, aap sabhi ko assalamu alaikum. Frank would like to thank those people who we do not see here, who may have made some contributions in some form or the other. तो उनके लिए अब्दुल्ला भाई एक शेर मैं नज़र करता हूँ on behalf of Frank Islam. वो जो दरो बाम की जीनत हैं उन्हीं से मिलिए, वो जो दरो बाम की जीनत हैं उन्हीं से मिलिए, मैं तो बुनियाद का पत्थर हूँ नज़र क्या आऊँ. My name is Ali Rizvi, and it is a distinct honor and pleasure and privilege to introduce our dear friend Dr. Frank Islam. Now, this is a very easy task and at the same time a very difficult task. Easy because Dr. Frank Islam is very well known and loved across the world. From the dusty bylanes of the remote parts of Azamgarh, from the hearts of the hard-working villager in the remotest part and area of Azamgarh, to being on first-name terms with the world's most powerful business leaders, politicians, presidents, prime ministers, technocrats, and academicians, and his other elite friends. It is difficult because there's so much to say of this wonderful young man than I have the time to say right here, but try I will must. As many of you know, Dr. Islam is an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, a civic leader, writer, thinker, and an Aligarhian. Dr. Islam has a very special commitment to artistic, civic, and educational causes. He is guided by the rare virtues of hard work, focus, quality, innovation, kindness, and a very genuine desire to do as much as he can. And above all, he's a very, very fine human being. Frank currently heads the Frank Islam Investment Group, a private investment group holding company that he formed in 2007, and after he sold the QSS Group that he founded and which had revenues of over $300 million many, many decades ago. Frank serves on the boards of the trustees of the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. He also serves on the board of the Strathmere Center for the Arts and the Kennedy International Center Committee on the Arts. Dr. Frank Islam also serves on the Brookings Institution Council, the Woodrow Wilson Center National Cabinet, the National Democratic Institute Chairman's Council, the Department of Commerce, Industry, Trade Advisory Committee, and the Export-Import Bank of the United States of America. The list is exhaustive. I will stop here. In areas of education, Frank Islam serves on the boards of over 15 reputable worldwide universities, to name a few: Johns Hopkins University, George Mason University, the American University, the Marymount University, the American University in the Emirates, and again, the list goes on. For his charitable activities, Frank Islam leads the Frank Islam and Debbie Dreisman Charitable Foundation, and Potomac Charities. He is also the founding member of the Maryland India Business Roundtable, the Indus Entrepreneurs Washington Chapter, and South Asia Center at Atlantic Council. Frank Islam has authored several books on entrepreneurship and also writes an exhaustive blog for the Huffington Post. He's a frequent columnist for the Economic Times of India, Foreign Policy, and other international journals. Frank Islam hosts his own television show as well. And when he can spare some time, he truly enjoys the Norton Manor, a house that he built with much love, affection, care, with his love of his life, his wife, Debbie Dreisman, in Maryland, USA. From amongst the people that I know, Frank Islam is one such great person who is very passionate about bringing quality education and empowering the underprivileged around the world, not only in India. More often than not, and I quote Dr. Frank Islam, quality education is not available to students just because of where they come from, who they are, what is their financial standing and status, to what class they belong, who do they know, or a combination of the above factors and many that I can't name here from the dais. Behind every great man is a great woman. So behind our esteemed Vice Chancellor, Dr. Frank Islam, our Pro Vice Chancellor, the wonderful women sitting in the audience as well, who have supported their cause as well. So please give a hand of applause for the wonderful First Ladies as well. There are many projects that Dr. Frank Islam is involved in, and they are in many stages of development. It is remarkable that when Dr. Frank Islam makes a commitment, there is absolutely no turning back. We heard the many stories about how the foundation stone was laid, how the whole concept of the idea of the complex came about from our esteemed people on the stage, on the dais. Let me share our part of the story from across the 7 seas. 2.5 years ago, on July 13th specifically, I got a call from our General Vice Chancellor Sahab on some areas of mutual interest. Of course, Frank had been talking on the same lines. And as we got talking with Dr. Islam, we spoke about his deep love for his alma mater, the Aligarh Muslim University, an institution that we all fiercely love. Nowhere in the whole wide world can any university claim that people who pass out from that university, at the end of their names, write a league. It only is in the genes of Aligharians that they write at the end of the names a league. So when we spoke, Frank really delightfully welcomed the idea when for the first time ever, Vice Chancellor General Shah, myself, and Dr. Frank Islam spoke of his investing at Aligarh Muslim University to build a Department of Management Studies. Now, management happens to be an area of my interest and of course, not an expertise, but Frank has a proven record in this area. True to his words, within a few months, we devised the MOU with the people at AMU and the Department of Administration and its people, and we honed on things, wrote and signed the contract, and the dream, inshallah, that is right now here is a reality. Hopefully in this year, in May, the doors will open, wide open, to quality education from the Frank Islam and Debbie Islam Department of Management Studies. Frank Islam has made good on the promise of his donation of $2 million. It's not the money, really. He was involved at every stage of his investment at AMU to make sure that everything that he planned, he thought, he envisaged, and invested at AMU was put to good use. The new complex at AMU is a wonderful structure, as you can see. Abbas spoke about the beautiful structure right here. Talib Saab spoke about the really wage laborer who has worked hard on these physical structures. But again, a lot of work needs to be done to nurture the department to churn out quality leaders who will develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills. These students will be ingrained with values, attitudes, and beliefs that will shape them in their professional careers. Frank Islam is a very firm believer in doing the absolutely right thing and nothing else but the right thing. He has practiced the same philosophy all his life. Like hundreds and thousands of people and well-wishers, I see this collaboration between Frank Islam and Debbie Dryson Foundation and Aligarh Muslim University a very significant step towards quality education and that goal. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, please really put your hands together for this wonderful man, Dr. Frank Islam.